Yo, what's good everyone? This is AEO Boxing with Madiba, and here's my post-fight review for Zurdo Ramirez versus Joe Smith Jr. And this was an interesting fight because it was a comeback fight for both guys. Zurdo Ramirez was making a comeback from losing to Bivol last year, but also missing his fight with Gabe Rosado earlier this year due to being 8 pounds overweight. Joe Smith Jr. on the other hand is making a comeback from losing to Beterbiev last year and coming out of semi-retirement. And both of these guys are fighting at cruiserweight for the first time. And for what it was a good fight, and I'm impressed with Zurdo. To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of Zurdo fights, but I do know that he has the typical Mexican style, which is coming forward and applying pressure, throwing a lot of punches, especially to the body, and just being a fighter rather than a boxer. But in this fight, Zurdo was the boxer. He was utilizing movement, keeping Joe at distance, fighting off the back foot, working behind his jab, and an active lead hand, pot shotting with the left hand, and selective with his aggression. For the most part, Zurdo was boxing well, and this caught everyone by surprise. Zurdo was landing consistent left hands to the body and head, dictating the range with his lead hand, being defensively responsible, and picking his spots to be aggressive and throwing combinations that he's known for. This made it hard for Joe to close the distance and land effective punches, and whenever Joe did close the gap, he would often take some punches on the way in. Zurdo was fighting like a cruiserweight Pernell Whitaker or Floyd Mayweather. However, Joe was able to rally in the second half of the fight and was able to work his way on the inside more often, which turned into a fight. Joe was able to land that overhand right a lot of times, and I'm pretty sure Joe hurt Zurdo with the left hook. But in the end, Zurdo got the win. The scorecards were a bit wider than what the fight actually was, which is a damn shame, but regardless, Zurdo won the fight. And with this being his first fight back after a long layoff, Zurdo looked alright at cruiserweight. He's definitely learned some things and has expanded his skill set, which will serve him fighting at this new weight class. I'm expecting him to get better, and it's always a delight to see a fighter turn into a boxer. I'm not too familiar with the cruiserweight division outside of Badou Jack, but I'm certain that Zurdo can become a champion at that division. This fight was a WBA eliminator, so I'm expecting Zurdo to get a title shot by 2024. If Zurdo does become a champion, he'll most likely become the biggest name and draw a cruiserweight, especially in America because Zurdo is Mexican, and I'm pretty sure there's never been a Mexican champion at cruiserweight, so that's going to add to the awe and mystique to Zurdo fighting at that new weight class. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with AEO Boxing with Madiba. Hit like, subscribe, and more contents coming your way.